Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Houston Sharpshooters Draft to Glory franchise mode here in NHL 22. Once again, I am pre-recording another episode just because I like to pre-record these playoffs, but in last episode, we simulated the season, and we actually had a pretty solid season, I'd say 46, 27, and 9, and we are going to be taking on the Edmonton Oilers in the first round of playoffs. We did play them last year in the second round, so hopefully we could beat them like we did last year. But anyways, our team during the regular season was a little bit more interesting than I actually expected because Morgan Griffin in his first season was very good. Very good. Look at this stat, 67 points and a plus 40. Like, when you have three defensemen with 50 plus points, that's very, very good for this team. But yeah, Griffin might end up winning the Norris this season. The only thing that kind of sucks is he's not going to end up winning the Calder because there was a rookie in Boston that was drafted first overall a few episodes ago that had like a 57-goal rookie season, so there's no chance Griffin wins the Calder, but there is a good chance that he could win the Norris. It depends on like the plus-minus and all that because there was another defenseman that could end up winning it. So yeah, I much hope that it is Griffin because look at that, 79 overall, and he's performing like that. Like, he's outperforming an 88, he's outperforming this 88 as well. Like, it's pretty impressive what he did in his first season, I'd say. And then, yeah, basically our forward-wise, Jääskeläinen continued to do what he normally does and lead the team in points. I hope that he can win another Selke this year. I didn't actually take a look at the end of the last episode if he is going to have a chance. Good face-off numbers and good takeaway numbers, so there is a good chance that he might win another Selke. Let's take actually a quick look at the Selke Trophy candidates before we get into the first round, because I'm kind of curious on that. So if we end up going here and sorting by face-off percentage, and we go, let's see what we got here. We want to look at the guys that have taken the most face-offs. I know this from Sin's franchise modes. Over 1,000 face-offs is not enough. Yeah, Jääskeläinen looks like he's the front runner. He looks like he's the front runner if I'm being honest. Him and Dubinsky up there for sure, because both those guys took over 2,000 face-offs. But Jääskeläinen better win percentage and actually less takeaways. Oh no. Dubinsky might have a case just because of the takeaway count. Yeah, a lot of these guys have good takeaway numbers. I hope that Jääskeläinen still wins it though. Jääskeläinen also had 4 fights, which I didn't expect him to be much of a fighter. That's interesting. So there is that. Anyways, let's take a look at the Edmonton Oilers roster again, just in case you guys forget from last episode, and then we will get into this first game. I hope that we could end up beating them, because this team definitely does not have a whole lot of a window of a chance to win a Stanley Cup in. So, but as you can see, this is their roster. It looks more improved from last year, I think, in a sense, like better depth or something like that on the forward core. So I don't know if they offloaded a big contract or whatnot. And then defensively, you could kind of see that they're still a little bit weak, especially on this right-hand side, but it does look like it improved as well a little bit. And then goalie-wise, it's still kind of wah, because House is good, but 60 overall backup is like, why are you doing that? And then Malatesta, De Silva, and Raymond are their depth players, so I don't really know what to make of it because we both simulated pretty similarly in terms of like offense and defense and all that type of thing, so... And yeah, they just barely have home ice advantage. We have the exact same amount of points in the regular season. So it should be interesting to see who ends up winning. Hopefully Griffin can continue doing what he did in the regular season. And hopefully we get guys like Thornton step up this year, because Thornton's been kind of not great in the playoffs in terms of scoring goals. Like, he only had 3 goals last year in the postseason, while in the regular season he had like 30-something goals. So I'm expecting a little bit more goal scoring out of guys like Gene Thornton, if I'm being honest. Actually, quickly before we play into game 1, I want to quickly take a look and see if there's anybody in the minors that is worth calling up to replace like a guy like a 75 on a roster. Does not look like it. Cole did not get any development yet, so yeah, I guess not. Any goalies? Wow. Daryl Goalie's actually ready to be a backup. He's up to a 78. Had a really good season this year with 7 shutouts. Wow. So Daryl Goalie could get called up if we really need a goalie, because I don't know if I want to rely fully on Soderstrom, who dropped down apparently to a 79 now. I didn't realize that. And then there's Sweat as well. If both these goalies do not do too well, I will probably call up Goalie to give him a chance, because he will be on our NHL roster for next season easily. So yeah, let's get into game number 1 in Edmonton. I almost said on a home ice, but let's see what happens. See if we could win on the road. And yeah, hopefully we could be a good team again this year in the postseason. First period, 1-1. I guess I'll take that for sure. Hawley scores a power play goal for them on Soderstrom. And then Forster ties it up late on Viitanen, so they must be playing their 60 overall goalie, which I don't really know why. Maybe House got injured in the early stages of this period, but still, that's kind of weird. Shots are 12-7 in favor of us, so that's not a bad start to this postseason for us. Second period, 2-1, let's go. Teratukin scores on Viitanen, so yeah, I don't know why they're playing a 60 overall goalie. Yeah, I feel like House must have got injured or something. It only makes sense because I don't know why they would start a 60 overall goalie in the postseason, but whatever floats their boat. Shots are 19-16 in favor of us. We're up 2-1. Can we get some insurance here in the third period of game 1? Come on, boys. Come on, let's add to this lead here. It's been a pretty solid game so far, and Gene Thornton scores. That's exactly what I want from Gene, to score in the postseason. Like I said last year, he only had 3 goals, so hopefully he doesn't go quiet after this game, because that happens sometimes where he scores like a lot of points in a game and then he just cools down. He's not that consistent, I'd say. And we're going to win game 1 by a score of 3-1, so very good defensive game and solid enough offensive game as well. So Forster from Hedman and Teratukin from Jacobs and Jääskeläinen, and Thornton from Jääskeläinen. So Jääskeläinen continuing what to do in the postseason like he normally does, picking up 2 assists. He gets third star of the game. Soderstrom to second star, and Teratukin to third. So Soderstrom's still a good playoff goalie, it seems like. Last year he drove the boat for our team in terms of goaltending, just because Benson wasn't really doing too well. And seems like he's off to a good start again this year. If he doesn't play good, though, consistently, we could still call up goalie from the AHL, but the AHL team is more likely in the playoffs, so I don't really want to fluctuate with their roster too much, or change it around. Okay, game number 2. Going to keep our lineup the exact same until we end up losing games. Let's see what happens, see if we can continue playing good defensively and get some more goals. First period of game 2, and we're down 3-0. That's not a good start for Soderstrom. Eakin, Boyce, and Caldwell score. 3 goals on 11 shots, so I don't know if he's still going to be in net or not, but we definitely need to have a bounce back second period here because we only had 5 shots in that opening period. Second period, 4-0 them. Damn. Pekka scores on Soderstrom again. It is 4-0. The shots are 23-10, so we only have 10 shots through 2 periods, so this is a very lackluster performance from the offense. Let's just see what happens in the third, even though it looks like we're going to lose this game as well. See if we could get some momentum going into next games, because the next 2 games are on home ice. So if we could win both those, that would be huge for the series. Hawley makes it 5-0. That's not good. Yeah, I'm going to probably take Soderstrom out of the lineup for next game and maybe get Sweat an opportunity. It's a low risk, so might as well do it. And Sweat's been pretty good, I'm pretty sure, in the playoffs before at some stages. So okay, so yeah, there's all their goals because we don't really care about that. Who was really badly minus in that game? Griffin hasn't put up any points so far in the playoffs, which is kind of concerning. -3 for Goddard. Yikes. A lot of minus players. Everybody on the team was actually minus except for the second line, I believe. And then, yeah, very bad performance from Soderstrom. It's probably because of age that he's not that consistent anymore. But yeah, we got to find a way to bounce back from that, because the first game was pretty good defensively and solid offensively, but now we're being outscored in this series by a score of 6-3, which is not great. So yeah, I think I'm going to put Sweat in for this game, but since we're back on home ice, I hope that our team can take advantage of that and maybe win 2 in a row here and push Edmonton to the brink, so to speak. So yeah, let's try Sweat for a game. If Sweat doesn't perform well, and if Soderstrom still can't perform well, goalie will get called up. And then I'll probably set Sweat down on waivers or whatever, and he could play in the AHL playoffs or something like that. Okay, so game number 3, we are on home ice now. Let's see if we could use it to our advantage, see if we could take a 2-1 series lead here, and hopefully we could bounce back from last game's defensive efforts. First period, 1-0 Edmonton, not great. At least it's only 1 goal. Shots are 9-4 in favor of Edmonton, but yeah, our offense hasn't scored in 4 periods, so I might have to change up some of the forward core a bit. I don't know what to do with it though. Second period, 3-2. Okay, there's our offense all of a sudden. Pekka then made it 2-0 for Edmonton, but Jacobs made it 2-1. Silvergard made it 3-1, and a late goal with only 3 seconds by Chad Burns, and it's a 3-2 game. Shots are 22-15 in favor of the Oilers. We're within 1. Can we tie this game up at 3 in the third period? Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Come on, Griffin. You had a great rookie season. You potentially win yourself a Norris in your first season. Can you get some goals here in the playoffs as well in points? Or anybody on our team for that matter in this game? Come on, guys. We do not have a lot of time left. And Jaspers makes it 4-2. Boyce makes it 5-2. Damn it. Yeah, I'm going to have to make some adjustments. I am going to have to make some adjustments as we are going to lose 5-2 in game number 3. And now the best we could come out with out of this series is, well, out of this home ice that we have now is a 2-2 series if possible. So Jacobs from Thornton and Jaskalainen and Burns from Scuderi. So Jaskalainen's still doing well. But yeah, this team has not really had that much offense going for it so far. I don't know why Griffin's just all of a sudden not picking up points. Like, is this guy just a regular season type of player or what? Let's go to edit line, see what we could do to flip this around. The top line has been good, but I might have to change it up anyways. Let's put Scuderi to the top line and flip that around a little bit just for something a little bit different. I'm also going to move... Can any of these guys take face-offs or anything down here? Not really. How about King? King can take face-offs. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to move King down to the fourth line, protect the rookie a little bit. And then we're going to try something like this. And we'll move Lucic up. There we go. That's a little bit better for the bottom six. Defensively, I am also going to move Griffin to the top pairing with Teratukin. And then play Hedman with Sedin. Play McGrattan and Goddard still. And then, yeah, goalie-wise, I haven't been sold on the goaltending. But I am going to go back to Soderstrom. If Soderstrom doesn't play good this game, there is a chance we might call up Mr. Goalie. Is he playing in the AHL playoffs right now? He is. He's 2-0 and he's been pretty good. I don't really honestly want to call him up, though, because I want the AHL team to have a chance to win the Calder Cup. So, I don't know if I want to call him up or not. But at the same stage, we need a goalie that could help us win these games in these postseason. So, let's see what Soderstrom could do in game number 4. If we could at least get a tie series out of this, that's going to be fine, because then we still have another best 2 out of 3 chance to win the series. So, let's see if we don't fall down 3-1. I don't want to fall down 3-1, especially going back to Edmonton. First period? Oh my god, you got to be kidding me, Soderstrom. Well, this series is probably going to be over. Egan, Muir, and Dubelwick Soar. That's 3 goals on 19 shots in the first period. We only had 4 shots for 20 minutes. Our offense has just all of a sudden said, hey, we're going on vacation early this year. That is not a good start. Oh, but yeah, we're going to probably call up goalie at this stage. Just because I might as well give him an opportunity to play, and then we could send him back down to the AHL for the playoffs once the season's done for us, because more than likely the season is done for us unless we can come back in the second period. Second period, 5-1, not good. King scores his first ever playoff goal, which is nice, but Jaspers and Dubelwick also score. It's 5-1, the shots are 26-18, so it was a better second period in terms of shots for us, but we're down by 4 goals. This game is pretty much over, and we're going to have to come back from a 3-1 deficit if we want to win this series, which is going to be probably pretty tough. Edmonton's definitely getting redemption on us for last year. Pekka makes it 6-1. Yeah, Soderstrom's getting completely lit up. Probably because of his age and all that, he's probably dropping consistently. So, yeah, I'm going to definitely call up goalie for a game at least. Give him a chance to maybe get us back in this playoffs. Well, that's unfortunate. 6-1 loss. Our team started off the series very good defensively, and since then it's just been very bad. And our offense has also just been very bad. Because we only have only 4 goals in 4 games. And we've allowed, how much now? 1, 6, 11, 17 goals in 4 games. So we're just playing awful in both areas. The lack of offense is probably because Griffin hasn't done anything. Which I don't know why he hasn't. Because he's getting an opportunity on the power play and all that. Like, look at that. No points in 4 games. -2. Come on, Griffin. Come on, you can do something. Let's move Sedin to the top pairing as well. Give Teratukin and Hedman the second pairing time for something different. And, yeah, both goalies have been terrible. So I am going to send down Sweat, and then we're going to call up goalie. And then goalie will probably be our starting goalie. It's a little bit of a tongue twister to say that. So I'll call up goalie. I might also actually call up Umberger. Actually, no, Umberger's probably doing good down there. Yeah, he's a +4. Don't want to make him Don't want to call him up and then ruin the AHL's chance. So we'll call up goalie. And then we will send down... we'll send down Alex Sweat. And there you go. And then, yeah, goalie's going to get an opportunity to play in a crucial game. So we'll put in goalie there. And we'll go down to the AHL. And we have a lot of goalies we could play this year. So, has Richmond... Yeah, Richmond never got to play any games this year. We'll go with Sweat just because he's the veteran. Why not? So there you go on that front, and that is good. Should be interesting to see what goalie could do for this team. Hopefully he could win his playoff debut. Let me just make sure he's in the lineup again, just because I don't know if this game's just going to change things. Yeah, he is. Okay, good. Hopefully goalie can get us a win in Edmonton and keep our hopes alive. Actually, we need to make sure he's still in net because we got to simulate up to the game still. So now we got to change it back again. But yeah, hopefully he could win us 3 in a row. That would be really great if he can. I don't know if he's going to, because he's still not an NHL caliber goalie really yet. But he was amazing in the AHL. He deserves a chance to make an NHL debut here. And yeah, if he keeps on winning, then we'll definitely keep him up. But if he loses, obviously, we'll send him back down to the AHL for the AHL playoffs. Okay, here we go. Game number 5. Can we stay off elimination, or are we going to lose 4 straight games and be ousted in 5 by Edmonton? Come on, boys. Do this for the rookie goalie. First period, 1-1. I'll take that, I guess. Burns scores first on Howes, and then Silvergard scores on goalie. Shots are 12 apiece, so that's actually not too bad. Pretty solid first period. Let's see if we can get more offense going, though, in the second period. Second period, 2-1 Edmonton. That's not good. Boy scores a power play goal. Our penalty kill, I don't think, has been doing that well in this postseason so far as well. And also, we're not getting goal support from guys like Thornton. Like I was saying, Thornton scored in game 1, but he has not since. Shots are 27-23 in favor of us, so we're technically outplaying them. But the rookie goalie hasn't been bad, but he has 2 goals against on 23 shots. So let's see what happens in this third period. See if we could tie this game up. But still, our offense has been nowhere so far in this playoffs. Penalty kill, and Boyd scores to make it 3-1. Hawley makes it 4-1. Poor goalie. He's getting lit up now. Pasquale, though, scores a power play goal to get us back within this. But looks like we're unfortunately going to be ousted unless Burns makes it 4-3. Can we tie this game up? Yes, we can. Okay, never mind. Don't listen to me at all. I did not expect us to come back from a 4-1 deficit. But we're playing for the rookie, it seems like, at this stage. Vitanin's also now in net. Which, was he for the first goal? No, he wasn't. So once again, they're changed to a 60 overall goalie, so I don't know what's happening. Shots are 39-38 in regulation alone. I don't think I've seen that much shots in regulation. And it's a 4-4 game. Can we pull off the comeback and stay alive? Let's see what happens in OT. Are we going to be packing our bags? Or are we going to stay alive for another day? Come on, guys. Do it for the youngster. He scored a lot of goals in the third period, and unfortunately we're going to lose as Hawley scores on goalie, and we lose by a score of 5-4. We only had 1 shot in those first 6 minutes of overtime. That is unfortunate. And we're ousted in the first round this year, which is pretty much the same thing as just barely making the playoffs, or missing the playoffs. So that sucks, because we're not going to get a good draft pick now out of it unless we get a good NHL ready player again, like a low lead or whatnot. But sucks to be packing our bags this early, considering last year we went to the conference finals. So Burns from Jaskline and Sedin, Pasquale from Scuderi, Burns from Forster and Taratukin, Hedman from Jacobs and goalies. So goalie got an assist on the game tying goal that got us to OT. So he got an assist in his first season, which is kind of impressive, or an assist in his first game. That's really impressive for the rookie goalie. Not the best game from him, but not the worst game I've seen either from a goalie in these playoffs. Oh, that's unfortunate we lost. Still a lot of minus players again on this team. So yeah, the lack of depth is showing up, and yeah, Thornton's just been consistently a terrible playoff player the last few seasons. Yeah, not bad from goalie, I'd say, but not great either. 3 stars of the game: Hawley the first star, Boyce the second star, and Chad Burns the third. Oh, that is unfortunate to be packing our bags already, but it is what it is. Let's take a look at our player stats in the playoffs, and then we'll simulate up to the awards and stuff like that already, so we can see if Jaskleinen wins another Selke or not. But that's like the earliest we've been ousted in a while, I believe. So Jääskeläinen was still good, 4 points in 5 games. No goals, though, which is kind of concerning. But at least he still has 132 points in the playoffs now. Burns, 3 goals in 5 games. He was our best goal scorer for sure. Pasquale, 1 goal. 1 assist from Radulov. Nothing from Petan. Geez, the minuses down here in the bottom 6. -4, -8, -8. So that's where our problem is. Our lack of depth still is not showing up. Jacobs was not great in the playoffs after having 20 goals in the regular season. Thornton, not great either. 10 penalty minutes as well, which is not good. Forster, 2 points. King, 1 goal. And then, yeah, basically our bottom 6 was tragic. And that might have been the problem with our team. Also the lack of scoring. Scuderi, no goals as well. And then defensively, Teratugan was good. Hedman was not great. Sedin was terrible defensively. And then, yeah, Griffin did not pick up a single point in the playoffs, which is not what I was expecting. Because last year he had his first playoff goal in his first game. But now he's got only 1 goal in 7 playoff games. While regular season-wise, he's got 67 points in 82 games. I really hope he's just not a regular season player. Like, I hope that he could do stuff in the playoffs too. So yeah, our team just randomly shot the bed. Goalie-wise was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Okay, let's quickly send down, though, goalie before we forget. And then that way he could play in the AHL playoffs, because we definitely want him to do that, considering he played so good down there. And we'll call back up Sweat. And yeah, goalie will be the starter for the rest of the AHL playoffs. And hopefully our AHL team can at least do good this year, because that's exactly what we would want. So let's go here and throw back in Mr. Donovan goalie, or is it? No, Daryl goalie. Can't remember what his name was. So there is that. And yeah, let's simulate to the awards now. The fun part of being eliminated, I guess, in a sense. The question is Morgan Griffin going to win a Norris in his first season? Because if he does, that would be very impressive. If Jääskeläinen wins another Selke, that's also going to be pretty awesome. The AHL team looks like they're on to the conference finals, I think. Hopefully they can win the Calder Cup, please, AHL team. They're on to the finals, I think. Come on, AHL team, you got this. You got this. And yes, they do. Let's go. Our AHL team won the Calder Cup. I don't know if they've won it before in this franchise mode. I feel like they might have. But if not, that might be, that's our first maybe championship that we've ever had. The Florida Panthers, though, win the Stanley Cup this year, so that's interesting too. But our AHL team won the Calder Cup. I got to take a look at our AHL team's stats now because of that. Let's take a look at that playoff stats for the AHL team, because I'm curious on that. So Brouwer went off, 18 points. That's pretty good. Wharton had 18 points, Pietrangelo 16. Pretty solid. Klein in his first season is doing pretty solid down there as well, looks like. Cole, 8 points. Getting closer to being NHL ready. Not bad. Goalie-wise, though, Cousins, it only has because it must have called up the other goalie. But yeah, Ron Cousins, when he did play, was actually pretty good as well. So our team's just a very good defensive AHL team, I think. So there is that. Let me actually go over here, and there is Daryl goalie. Let's take a look at his playoff stats. Yeah, he was really good. 15-6 with 3 shutouts and 910 save percentage and a 2.32 goals against. So he's definitely going to be in our NHL team next season. Very excited to see what he could do at the NHL level full time. But yeah, that's great to see that. And let's take a look at the awards. And we'll also take a look at the playoff tree just because I'm curious on that. So Florida wins the Stanley Cup this year, followed by the President's Trophy winning Minnesota Wild. It was Edmonton and Florida in the Cup Finals, so we lost to the best team in the West, so I guess that's kind of something to take away from. That we won the first game and then got absolutely crapped on, but damn. Edmonton made it far, so hopefully we can make it far in one of these seasons. Carl wins the Art Ross for the Bruins and the Hart. Jeffreyon's going to win the Norris, though. God damn. I knew it had to be Jeffreyon as well because both of Jeffreyon and Griffin, both of them had very similar plus-minuses and point totals. But I would say that, in a sense, Jeffreyon technically could have been better because he was like a plus 47. It's unfortunate that it comes down to plus-minus, though, because Morgan Griffin would have won a Norris in his first season. Hopefully he has a good second season as well. I don't know if he's going to be a consistent player, but Jeffreyon is going to win the Norris. Alfredson's going to win the Bing for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Newmanen wins the Calder, of course, because of the 57-goal rookie season he had. Selleck wins the Conn Smythe for Florida. I believe that's their goaltender, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's their goalie. Yeah, it's their goalie. He wins also the Vezina of the season. Wallstead wins the Jennings. Keane wins the Masterton. Como wins the Jack Adams for the New York Islanders. Dubinsky wins the Selke also. Damn it. Jaskalainen's streak is getting botched a bit because of the takeaways. Because Dubinsky had a lot more takeaways, and I figured that might have been the difference. But Jaskalainen was better on the faceoffs and had still over 130 takeaways. So that is unfortunate as well. So this is a very terrible year for us. Carl also wins the Lindsay, and Chiodu wins the Richard. That sucks. I was hoping for more hardware for our team, but apparently not. Nobody in the AHL. Actually, Brouwer wins the most valuable player in the Calder Cup playoffs. Interesting. I'm surprised the goalie didn't win any goalie awards down there. But that is that. And actually, I was going to take a look at the playoff tree just because I'm kind of curious on how Edmonton got there and whatnot. So yeah, Edmonton went through us, then they went through Vegas, then they went through Minnesota, all in 6 games except for our series, and then they lost in 6 games to Florida. Interesting. And in our AHL team en route to their Calder Cup win, they went through the Monsters in 3 games, then they went through the Comets in 6 games, then they went through Wilkes-Barre in a tough 7-game series, and then they beat the Iowa Wild in 6 games in the finals. Not bad. Okay, so that is that. Let's quickly sim up into the retirements and all that stuff. I don't think we're going to lose anybody this year, but you really never know because some people retired 33. So I'm just hoping that Jaskalainen doesn't retire. Don't think he's going to yet. So Buffalo has the first overall pick this year, followed by Chicago, San Jose, Winnipeg, and Washington. Interesting. Yeah, it sucks that we didn't have a lottery pick this year just because of the fact that we made the playoffs, because I would have preferred the lottery pick, I think, at this stage. So, Mitch Marner is the best player that retires, as well as Alexei Lafreniere. Kaprizov retires, Jack Hughes. So this is actually a really big retirement class. Zegras, Kotkaniemi, Krebs. Yeah, very good retirement class. It's kind of crazy because a lot of these guys are just rookies in the NHL this year. Wow, this guy's an EA-generated guy that retired at 35. Interesting. I don't think there's going to be any former players of ours yet. Oh, wait, no, there isn't. Okay, I thought that's Korostin. It says Kostin. So yeah, big retirement class this year. So that's interesting. Let's take a look at the goalies that retired. Igor Shesterkin's the best. So yeah, this is a very big retirement class. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen as well. Matt Sjogard. Very good retirement class. This guy also retired at 35, apparently. Kim Markstrom, why do I recognize that name? San Jose. So there's that. Joel Blomqvist. And I guess I recognize him from Pittsburgh. I don't know where I would know him from. Marcus Hornquist, LA. Okay, I thought that was the Hornquist that we drafted in Arizona. I'm like, what the heck is he doing here? But any players for us? I don't think so, right? More than likely not. Yeah, no retirements for our team. Once again, which is good because that means Jaskalainen and whatnot are still on the team. We did not lose any coaches, which is good as well. And continue simulating. So that is that. Let's take a quick look at the draft class. And then we'll also take a look at the contract situation, the progress reports, and then that'll be it for this episode. So here's the draft class. We're probably going to be drafting quite late into this again, similarly to last year. Actually, maybe not, because we were ousted in the first round, so we might be somewhere around this stage. But maybe we'll get ourselves another top 6 forward or a defenseman, but yeah, I don't really know how good this draft class is going to be compared to last year. There's a guaranteed top 4 offensive defenseman. I might want to take that, but he is a few years out. I'll pin him anyways. Might pin Alos as well for fun. Let's see if there's any low elites though. Some guaranteed medium elites. There's a guaranteed medium elite goalie that might be a gem almost, it looks like. But a weakness in character, he's 20 years of age. So he's probably not elite. He's probably just a starter with a high overall. So that might be confusing, but a gem though. That's kind of interesting. Any low elites? No guarantees. Damn, that sucks. Guess we're going to have to find out on our own. Progress reports wise, let's see if we got any good growth. So goalie's up to a 79 now. A lot of guys are dropping off, but some guys are getting some statistical growth. Jaskalainen's down to an 87, so he might end up retiring at 36 at this stage. Oh no. I am getting slapped in the face. We're out in the first round and then our best player is dropping. Oh, I don't like that. Griffin's up to an 81 now. So he's now actually like a legitimate top 4. A lot of statistical growth from him though. So we don't want to overpay on him in a sense, but he's good, so at least regular season wise. Soderstrom's also dropping off a lot. Yeah, this team's window is going to be closing soon. Lowe is actually almost ready to be an NHL defenseman, which is nice. Also, Gene Thornton's already dropping off. Wow. In terms of defensive awareness and offensive. Yikes. Maybe that's why Gene Thornton's not contributing offensively that much, because his offensive awareness is now only an 85. Yeah, our team might end up running into age problems now, because a lot of our older guys are dropping off. Into system-wise, getting some good growth, it looks like. Any forward help? Petrovicki's up to a 72. That's actually pretty good. He's probably going to get signed in the offseason. But yeah, it looks like we're getting some growth. How about Cole? Hull's getting a lot of growth. That's good from the low top 6. Cole had only 1 point of growth, which is kind of scary. 4 though to his poise, so that should help out a little bit. Interesting. So there is that, and final thing, the contract situation, and that'll be it for this episode. So as you can see, these guys are the ones that are up for renewal. We probably won't have a whole lot of cap space. And Sedin's going to be the most expensive, of course, because he's a very good defensive defenseman, and oh man, he's only 26 years of age as well, but he wants $15 million. I mean, we could let go of Hedman and then just re-sign Sedin to a big contract, but if we sign Sedin to that big contract, we're sacrificing a lot of depth on our team. So I don't really know what you guys want me to do with that situation, because $15 million is a lot of money. And in goalie-wise, we could always bring back Soderstrom to be a backup goalie next year or a starting goalie, but he's probably going to continue to drop off, so it's up to you guys on that front as well. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Houston Sharpshooters Draft to Glory. So in next episode, we'll take it to the offseason. We'll see what happens in terms of player drop-off and player overalls, and see if we can get some more good young prospects into this team, because right now I don't know how good this team is going to be in these last few seasons. So I guys think down below, and I'll see you guys next time.